And this morning we have another brand new Tillamook Today host. Today's host is Kaylan Sisco from the Y. Good morning, Kaylan.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm living out a lifelong dream.
Awesome.
I'm pretty excited about being a radio host.
So
we'll
you want a job? I can. Yeah. I have more for you to do if you'd like.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and get started. Thank you, everyone in Tillamook, for tuning in. I'm Kaylan Sisco, the CEO and Executive Director at the Tillamook County Family YMCA. My guest with me is actually the Tillamook County Family YMCA Sports Director, David Harper. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Kaylan. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Long time no see.
I know, as if I don't see enough of you on a daily basis.
I know, right? So we pretty much share an office, just divided by one small wall, but I get to work with David every day, and he's going to share some information with us and tell us about what's going on in the youth sports program and some other things that are going on around the Y. And just to get everybody kind of psyched for what's coming up with the Y, we do have our Support Our Youth campaign, Support Our Y campaign, also Support Our Youth campaign. And David's going to talk a little bit about what's going on with that also. So David, but first let's talk about what sports are going on right now. What's happening around sports at the Y.
A lot's going on with youth sports. Our boys basketball program is the biggest that it's been. It's close to 200, all the way from itty-bitty clinics all the way through sixth graders. So our fifth and sixth graders have 10 teams. And, what I'm excited about is we're going to put together our Support Our Youth tournament at the end of the season. So February 27th, we're going to have an 8-team elimination bracket, kind of a pre-March Madness style tournament. It's going to be a blast over the junior high. We're going to have 7 games there.
Awesome.
And I'm excited to talk about that more.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Yeah, the sports program, man, the basketball, it's crazy. So if everybody's wondering why there's no parking at the Y on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, that's because our basketball program has just been phenomenal this year. Getting, there's some great things to youth sports. There's great things that for when kids are a part of a youth sports program, the way it develops them. And can you talk a little bit about that and how it helps them develop and what kind of skills they'll learn going through the Y programs?
Yeah, so I'm not just excited about the numbers that we've had. It's the quality of coaches that we've had volunteer to help us out, and all around throughout all the teams we've had great support, and between the parents and the assistants and the head coaches. It's been really exciting to see the development and the real reasons why people are out there. These kids you've seen create some camaraderie, some great team support, and they've been fantastic on the court, and they've been getting better. And so to give them kind of something to play for at the end of the season, to put it all down on the court in front of a good crowd, the tournament will be a good way to show that competitiveness. But I've just seen nothing but smiles throughout the locations of Liberty Elementary at the YMCA, where we play most of the games. We've even created a relationship with the Garibaldi Grade School and been playing up there. So we'll play the last games at the junior high. So it'll be good to stretch out across the community with all the numbers in our program and the Y, and get the name out there, and with the great help that we've had.
Yeah, that's awesome. You've done a great job with getting the whole county really involved with from Neoconi, Garibaldi, all the way down here to Tillamook, and getting South County involved as well. So we've really tried to expand that this year, and you've been a leader for that. A lot of people wonder. We wrapped up 2015, and a lot of people wondered how many kids actually participated in youth sports, and we tallied the numbers, and we actually had 847 kids participate in youth sports in 2015. I mean, that's a ton. That's a huge impact that we're able to have in our community, and so that's phenomenal. And just get the kids exposed to that sportsmanship, to the youth leadership, to youth sports has a huge impact on kids as they grow. And the great thing about the Y is there's also programs for kids that aren't necessarily excited about sports, and so trying to get those pieces in place at the Y as well. So let's talk a little bit more about the upcoming campaign. We're finishing up Charity Drive, which Charity Drive's been amazing. I've never been so full in my life. There's been so much food and so much. I just can't believe the impact that fundraising has in this community and with the high schoolers. It starts with the high school, and then they keep that mentality of giving all through their life. And when I talk to other, I went to a Oregon CEO conference 2 weeks ago, and I was talking about how giving our community is. And when you try to pinpoint a reason, really it's Charity Drive, because they get that instilled in their lives and in their hearts at such a young age. But going off of that, going right out of charity drive, we're going to be going into the Support Our Y, Support Our Youth campaign. And it's going to be a little different this year. As David mentioned, we're going to have a tournament that's culminating the youth sport or the youth basketball program on the 27th. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
Correct.
27th, Saturday. It'll be at the junior high. Some carnival games that'll be going on as well to help raise money for the campaign. We're going to have the Support Our Y campaign does run starting next week through mid March, so it should be great. We're going to have some other events as well. We've got what's called the Hour of Power at the Y. We're going to have a bunch of our Y staff who are going to dedicate an hour of their time to getting completely destroyed by pledgers who are going to pledge how much they can do in an hour. So I'll be running stairs in an hour. The word is Jose is going to be doing burpees for an hour, and so all of our staff are going to get involved. So be looking forward to that as well. But David, let's talk a little bit about what are some upcoming sports that people can look forward to that are coming up in the spring.
Yeah, so we've got spring soccer. We actually have a coaches meeting tonight at 5:30. If anybody's interested in helping out with coaching this year, want to know more about the program, you're welcome to come to the Y at 5:30. But we had an open gym on Friday, and we're still gathering numbers. This is the last week of early registration prices too, so sign up before this Friday to save some money there. But the deadline for those registrations will be March 1st, so we're trying to gather as many as we can. Get a little competition between multiple teams, even upgrade our uniforms this year. It's exciting. We'll try and do a hybrid of outdoor and indoor soccer, depending on weather. I want to get them outside and not constrict them with walls and whatnot. That's fun, but I want to get outside as soon as we can. But with the weather, depending, we might have to be indoors, so we'll be flexible in that sense. And then after that, we've got baseball, softball, t-ball, Little League, JBO. Those registrations are all open as well. So yeah, we've got a lot of sign-ups currently going on right now, and it's exciting for the spring and preparing for those sports coming up.
That's crazy. I mean, it's crazy. We're already into spring sports. Seems like I feel like we were just doing fall sports, and now we're wrapped up winter. We're all wrapping up winter sports and going straight into spring. That's phenomenal. So, what are the age groups for the spring sports? Go ahead and throw those out there.
So we have itty bitty clinics, just like we've had for the fall sports and the winter sports for 4, 5, and 6-year-olds. So we'll have clinics for soccer for those. And then first and second graders will play in a league for soccer, and then it's third and fourth, and hopefully we have enough to do third and fourth versus fifth and sixth, 2 separate age groups there. Numbers depending, we might have to combine the groups, which is what we did in the fall. That worked out great, and the coaches were very flexible, and we had great competition there. And then same with baseball and softball and t-ball. It's the same ages up until 6th grade. But the nice thing is that after they get out of 6th grade and they go into junior high, we'll have JBO and Little League options for those kids wanting to play baseball and softball.
Wow! So we really have really options for all the way from 4 years old up to junior high.
Correct.
That's pretty awesome. That's we're hitting a big age group there. So that's great. That's great. What about soccer? What are the age groups for soccer?
Soccer, yeah, that's the same. So we'll have a pre-K clinic, and then we'll have a kindergarten clinic. We've already got great numbers for those, so we'll do what we can to support those. And then first and second will be on Tuesdays and Saturdays. They'll play games and practice throughout the week. And then 3rd through 6th will be Thursdays and Saturdays, and they'll practice throughout the week.
Awesome. Fantastic. Well, I do want to give a quick update. ODOT reported this morning that they have opened one lane of 131 to two-way traffic controlled by flaggers. So I just wanted to give everybody a heads up for that. So Oceanside traffic, like I said, they have opened one lane of Oregon 131 to two-way traffic controlled by flaggers. There's still a sinkhole affecting the other lane of traffic. They'll have flaggers controlling the traffic for 24/7. So the county will close Cape Mears Loop since 131 is now open. ODOT will have to do a repair in the near future, but they don't know when that will start. So that's a little bit of good news, not ultimately what everybody wants to hear, but we do have at least one lane open to two-way traffic, so that's good. So jumping back into the Y, David, you've been here in Tillamook since September, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what do you think of this place? I mean, I'm on the radio show every month talking about how unbelievably giving the community is and great and supported, and how they've supported me, and how have you felt coming into this community? And you came from the outside just like I did, and
it's been an easy transition. Everybody's been fully supportive between lunch meetings and people taking me around, introducing me all around. I feel like I've been here much longer than since September, and I'm already ready to get outside. And I'm spoiled coming from the Midwest. This is a tease, especially last Monday, Tuesday, where it was sunny and it's 70 degrees out. I'm not used to that. I'm used to it being below zero and white everywhere outside. So it'd be a long time before we can do anything outside. But I love that we can go hiking, we can go to the beach, we can go to the rivers, whatever we want to do out here. There's plenty of opportunities, and people have been very supportive. So
awesome.
Yeah, it's been a blast.
Awesome, man. Well, talking a little bit more about how we wrapped up 2015, the Y, we are having a annual meeting tomorrow at 8 a.m. for anyone who wants to show up at the Y. Of course, I'll be giving kind of the 2015 highlights, and it'll be basically our 2015 annual report, and be there available to ask for anybody to ask questions if they've got any. But just to hit a few highlights of kind of where the Y landed in 2015, we raised $230,000. Through the community, amazing support from the community last year, as in every year. David, you know, the Y facility here in a town this small is just unbelievable. And I get every time I have a visitor that comes from another YMCA, because people come here to visit and have meetings here, because since we are part of a national YMCA organization. They'll come in and they'll see our Y and see our community, and they're just blown away. And I was blown away, just the fact that we raised $230,000 within our community. When I was at that Oregon CEOs meeting, we were giving updates, and our Y in a town in a county of roughly 25,000 raised more than any other Y, except for one that was doing a capital campaign. But we raised more for our annual support than any other Y out there in Oregon. So that's pretty phenomenal. So Tillamook, again, just showing with the support, and it's just amazing. The Y provided over $250,000 in scholarship to Tillamook community members, which is phenomenal. We don't turn away anyone regardless of inability to pay, which is what makes us the charity that we are. A lot of people don't know that the Y is actually a charity. It's a 501c3, so any donation to the Y is completely tax deductible. So the reason we're able to keep that charity status is because we give away the scholarships, and because we give away so much in scholarships and try to help so many people. It's great that the community comes through and helps us raise that money. But let's talk a little bit more about this tournament that's coming up on the 27th for the Support Our Y, Support Our Youth campaign. David, what's that going to look like? What's the tournament going to look like?
You can make a full day event out of it, or you can come for the main event, which is the championship game. All the prior games will lead up to that, with the two remaining at 3:00. That'll be the championship. So if you don't want to make a whole day of it, or if you don't have any kids or anyone participating in the previous games, then come out for the 3:00 game. Whether you enjoy basketball, that tournament-style play, or if you're here just to support Tillamook's youth and what the Y is standing for, then come on out and support. It's completely free. I don't want anybody to feel obligated to give, but obviously what we've seen is that's something that Tillamook can pride ourselves on is how much people give and how much they want to get behind what we're doing. And so that's great to see. There will be plenty of options for people of all ages, kids. We'll have cornhole competitions. We'll have halftime challenges. We'll have different events. Try and get the coaches out there to play in a knockout game. We'll have volunteer recognition. Try and get some of the younger age groups out there on the court. So we have a lot planned, a lot in store. We'll create a big bracket so everybody can see who's playing when and who will advance. We'll do award ceremonies after each game. But yeah, it'll be a full day starting at 8:00, and then the championship will be at 3:00. We'll have concessions and merchandise as well, so we're going as big as we can with this. And
I heard a rumor that there might be a dance-off.
There might be dance-off.
There might be a dance-off at one of the halftimes.
Yeah, I don't want to get people's hopes up because I don't know what coaches would be willing to get involved with that, but I might not give them a choice.
Yeah, right on. We're going to take a quick break. Visiting with David Harper from the Tillamook County YMCA, and I'm Kaylan from the Tillamook County YMCA. Today's Tillamook Today is brought to you by Clark's Plumbing. Do you know one of those do-it-yourself kind of guys? They're always telling you to do it yourself. Sometimes that isn't the best solution. Well, you're in luck. Whether it's a leaky faucet, a complete bathroom remodel, or maybe replacing that septic system, do yourself a favor, call Clark's Plumbing. They're professionals. They'll get the job done. Anything from new installations, upgrades, that stopped-up drain, you name it, they can do it. So the next time you hear do it yourself, do yourself a favor and dial 842-5105 for Clark's Plumbing. That's 842-5105 for the professionals at Clark's Plumbing. All right, we're back here with David from the Tillamook County YMCA, and I'm your guest host, Kaylan from the Tillamook County YMCA. Honestly, living out a lifelong dream. I don't know why I got up and I dressed up for this. I did my hair, and then I realized, wait a minute, and I'm on a radio show, so no one's going to be able to see that. But
Gotta dress apart.
But yeah,
You're great at it.
David says I'm
crushing it.
My hair looks all right. Okay,
Yeah, it's all right.
It's all right. Okay, I'm getting a haircut today at Sheer Bliss, so Yvonne takes care of me. She does a good job. But so, anyways, going back to kind of how the Y did in 2015. I mentioned a second ago, 847 kids participated in youth sports, and that's a phenomenal number for the size of our county. That's unbelievable. 537 kids learned how to swim at the Y last year. And, a lot of people don't know that drowning is the leading preventable cause of death among kids in the United States. And the fact that the Y is here to help prevent that from happening in our county is phenomenal. So there's 537 kids that learned how to swim last year that hopefully that won't be an issue. So the Y is doing great things, and I love being a part of it. I've got the greatest job in the world, and David, I think you and I talked about this. It's phenomenal being a part of such an organization, but being a part of this community is even bigger than that. And the fact that this community rises to the occasion and makes sure the Y is here to live out that cause it is an amazing story within itself. I got an email yesterday from a member who was asking me some questions, and I answered her email, and then she answered back with her personal story. And she's been a member since September of 2015. She moved here in September of 2015, joined the Y in November of 2015, and she lost 43 pounds since November.
Oh my goodness.
which is unreal. Doing aqua exercise in the therapy pool 3 to 5 times a week. So, and her husband's lost 33 pounds.
Oh, that's so
and
encouraging to hear.
Man, those stories,
Yeah.
You know how I am with stories. I love hearing Y member stories. So I encourage anyone to share their Y story. And the great thing about this community, the Y's been here since 1948. So everywhere I go, whenever I introduce myself to people and they find out that, I work over at the Y, everyone has a Y story. And it just warms my heart and just blows my mind that the impact that the Y has been able to have in the community, and it makes my day. It makes it all worth it. And I tell everybody I got the greatest job in the world. And David's able to see some amazing stories unfold as well. All of our staff really, we spend every Tuesday we have a staff meeting for our full-time staff, and we talk about these stories of impact that we're able to see. So and these numbers just tell that story. 800 kids were enrolled in child care programs in 2015. 630 seniors participated in fitness classes. Those are phenomenal numbers. I mean, you go to the Y pretty much any time of day, and you're going to see an amazing impact story unfolding before your eyes. David, talk a little bit about a lot of people don't know there's adult sports that we offer. And so you want to take just a second and talk about some adult sports?
Yeah, no, I want to tag along off of what you just said too, because I think you and I are on the same page when people come in and asking for tours, or someone that's never been to the Y or not a member. I think that makes our day right there, just having the opportunity to walk them around our facility, because we have so much to offer there, whether it's customer service and our staff that's completely accommodating there, and nothing but smiles. Our aquatics department, with how many kids they do support there. Our facilities with the weight room and the 2 pools and the gym and the track. I mean, it's a great time giving a tour, because it's not just a quick glance at a room. We can spend some time kind of taking pride in what we're doing there, and all that we have to offer.
It's really deceiving. The building, when you walk in, you don't know what's on the backside of that building. I mean, that fitness center that was built, again, because the community raised the money to build that fitness center in 2010. It's phenomenal. And I do meet people who haven't been to the Y since 2010, and I encourage them, come by, take a tour. You got to see the facility that Tillamook County built. It's amazing.
We don't want anyone to miss out. We want everybody to at least know what's behind those doors.
Yeah.
What that feeling's like.
But I get this question a lot. What is there for grown-ups? Like what sports?
No,
there's some competitive edge. There's a lot of guys guys and girls that want to compete, and they're adults. What's going on for adults?
Yeah, so I do my job for the youth development. I pride myself in this entire sports department, doing what we can for today's youth and getting them to a competitive level. Preparing them for the next level, but also just keeping their interest in certain sports and having fun along the way. But on the flip side of that, I love having a hand in the adult programs too. The reason why I want to become involved with a gym of any type. Just growing up, I've always looked for what opportunities they have there, whether it's adult programs, leagues, a gym, pickup games. What opportunities do they have available for people of all ages, not just youth programs that you have to pay for, but what can you walk into on a given night and play a pickup game with other people with similar interests. And so we have a lot of adult programs, and we're in the process of trying to make those grow as well. So we have adult basketball pickup games each Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock. So beats the work rush, plenty of time to prepare and shower and get ready for work beforehand. Great way to kick off the day that way. Great group of guys, a core that's been there a long time. We probably have an average of 20 guys show up each of those mornings. And then there's volleyball on Monday and Wednesday nights. That's 7 to 9, so a 2-hour span. With basketball season practicing around that time, it's limited to one court from 7 to 8, and then from 8 to 9 we get 2 courts. Once the basketball season's over, then they'll have more time and room for that. But that's exciting to see the interest that's there. I really want to try and give back to those core people too as well by creating a tournament. I think that could lure in some good interest there as well. We also have indoor soccer on Friday nights, which is from 8 to 9 right now, but I'd like to expand that to Tuesday nights as well. So that way we'd have adult programs going on every night of the week. That'd be exciting to see. Handball, obviously you and I have gotten our fair share since we've moved here with the guys that have played a big part in that program at the Y, and we've got 4 racquetball, handball courts, and they're heavily in use each and every afternoon, and that's great to see. I would honestly say that's one of the best workouts that I can get.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's great aerobic activity, and that's a
those guys should be like professional recruiters for sports, because they I mean, I was in the door maybe 2 minutes before they grabbed me, and I think you were the same. Like as soon as you walk through the door, they're getting you to play handball.
They're not exclusive by any means. They're open arms to everyone.
And none of the sports programs are exclusive. Where if you're can you come at the 6 a.m. pickup games? Can you show up regardless of skill level?
All ability of all ages. We try and keep it 16 and older. Give adults an opportunity to play together. But yeah, we split up the teams and we go. We have fun, and it's great competition, great workout, and I love it. So
yeah, and that's what I've seen. And especially with handball, not a lot of people have played handball, but the guys really they take you in, they show you how to play the game. They treat you like an equal, even though I get beat. I think I've won like 3 games since I moved here. So that's what I love about all of our adult sports programs. I feel like they're very welcoming, and regardless of your skill level, the group will take you in because everybody wants to build a bigger base of people to play with. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're people. We want to play with other people. That's how it is. So it's good. It's encouraging. So you mentioned soccer. You mentioned basketball. Did you mention volleyball?
Volleyball, yep. Soccer, basketball, volleyball. Those are consistent throughout the weeks. Those times don't change. I would also like to use our softball field behind the Y when it comes nicer outside and we get some summer weather. I'd like to introduce 16-inch softball. I know that not a lot of people out here have heard of that, but that's where you don't need a glove and it's a bigger ball. The ball doesn't travel as far, but it's just like any adult softball, 12-inch, but without gloves, and it's bigger, and you can use a smaller field. I think that would be fun to slowly introduce. So maybe a league, in the future.
That's awesome.
Maybe a dodgeball league in the future. We had the charity drive come out to the Y last week, and watching that was exciting to see. I got some ideas flowing through, whether it's in our racquetball rooms or in the gym. I think that'd be fun too.
Yeah.
So a lot of wheels turning in the adults program.
Yeah, I like it. Well, you mentioned charity drive using the Y, and what I really love, I love how many community organizations we're partnered with. We partner with the schools. We offer free swim programs for all the first graders at Liberty. They'll come over and learn how to be safe in the water. Yeah, we have a great partnership with the school district. We have a great partnership with the hospital. We have a great partnership with the community college. I mean, we have great partnerships, and that's what it's really about, is the Y being that hub for community involvement and support. And it's phenomenal to see, and Charity Drive was a great example of that. We were able to open up our walls to the Charity Drive so that they could, ultimately raise money and be in the Y doing so. And, this summer the school district, their courts were being redone, and we opened our doors to their teams to let them use our courts to help, so they didn't miss a beat in their open gym program. So, the Y, I feel like the Y is a real community partner, and I think that's great. And I think the work that you've done with the schools. I mean, the school district partnership, we wouldn't have a sports program if it wasn't for the school district partnership. And so this kind of goes back to where we started our conversation about how giving the community is, how supportive the community is, and realizing we can't do this on our own. No, none of these organizations can exist on their own. And so everybody kind of pulling together and making it work. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a unit working together. It is great to see. But also, to go along with the adults, I forgot that we have 3-on-3 basketball coming up too, towards the end of April, I believe. So that's a big tournament for adults to get involved with. And then also, if you're interested in coaching or helping out or reffing in any of these youth sports too, we're welcome arms for that as well. So don't hesitate to reach out to me. There's no better way to make an immediate and a long-term impact in youth development today.
Right. Well, for anyone out there who wants to get involved, they can go to our website, TillamookYMCA.org. We also have a Facebook page, Tillamook YMCA Facebook page. You can check that out. You can also call the Y 842-9622, ask for David, or ask for myself. I love meeting new people. I love giving tours. I frequently tell the Welcome Center staff if I'm there and I'm available, I want to give the tour because I love meeting new people, and I love hearing feedback and positive or otherwise. We want to grow, we want to get better, and that's what we're here to do. So real quick, again, we have Support Our Y, Support Our Youth campaign coming up starting next week, going through mid-March, and we'll have this awesome basketball tournament that David's putting together for our Support Our Y campaign. That is the 27th. It should be a great time. It'll be family-friendly, family fun, a lot of games and all sorts of stuff. And real quick reminder, ODOT reported this morning that they have opened one lane of Oregon 131 to two-way traffic controlled by flaggers. There's still a sinkhole affecting the other lane of traffic. They will have flaggers controlling traffic 24/7. The county will close Cape Mears Loop Road since 131 is open. ODOT will have a repair in the near future, but they don't know when that'll start. But again, it is open two-way traffic controlled by flaggers. So just a reminder there. Some other reminders: senior meals noon every weekday at the Kiwanda Community Center in Pacific City. The cost is $3 for seniors and $6.75 for anyone else. It is the third Tuesday of the month, and there is Pine Grove Community Club potluck in Manzanita this evening, 5:45 social time, and dinner is at 6:30. Bring your own tableware and dish. And lastly, reminder, tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., at the Y is our annual meeting. I will be there to answer questions, to give some updates. So please come on by to the Y and see us. So David, thanks for coming here, and thanks for being on the show. This was a fun experience, and I've had a good time.
Thanks for having me, Kaylan. It was really my pleasure.
All right, and thank you, Tillamook, and have a great day, and we'll see you next month.